So Netflix just jacked up their prices. Investors are very happy about it. Elizabeth Warren is not happy about it. Consumers are not happy.
I'm not happy about it. I'm just like, didn't they just raise it like not that long ago?
Yeah, I think this is the second price hike in a year, I think. I mean, I know Disney does this too. It's like every couple of months they jack the price. And I'm like, where is the ceiling on this? Is Netflix really worth as much as they're charging? Because now we're talking like $25 a month.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how much it is, what their long-term game plan is. According to the Hollywood Reporter, they're trying to push consumers away from the ad-free options because we talked about this before. They make more money off of advertising in some cases than they do off of the subscriptions.
Yeah, well, that's what Disney does all the time.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. It says, their new plan with ads is now, okay, so you can have a plan with ads and only pay $9 a month, which is up from $8 a month. So that's not too bad. But a standard subscription is now up from $18 to $20. And if you add an extra member to your standard plan, it now costs $8 a month with ads, or $10 a month without ads, up from $7.09. So it's like $1 to add an extra person, but it's like $3 to have without ads. And the premium plan is now $27 a month, which is up from $25 a month. And if you add 2 extra members to a premium plan, it'll now cost you $8 a month with ads, or $10 a month without ads.
All right. So
yeah, as soon as you add extra people, it goes up and up and up.
It's cable all over again. I mean, that's between this and Hulu and all these other streaming services, you're looking at over $100, $150, $200 if you subscribe to Netflix, Hulu, get your TV from someplace, maybe HBO.
Or Disney Plus deals, everything else, yeah.
Right. So it's just like having DirecTV or cable all over again.
Actually, I'm starting to argue that I'm going to start to wonder if it's cheaper to go back to Dish than it is to pay for all this.
I think it is, actually. I
never figured it out, but I'm just saying, I kind of wonder.
Yeah, you can actually get Dish Network or DirecTV now through the internet, and I think it's actually cheaper than it is for Hulu and all this other shit. So anyway, let's talk about this. This is end stage streaming wars right here. The streaming wars have been won, and now the victors are going to charge you as much as they want to because they can, and you keep paying it. So they're going to keep doing it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So yeah, this is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we do talk about the entertainment industry. We've been following the streaming wars since the very beginning, and we predicted correctly that a lot of studios would blow themselves up trying to...
They're going to Highlander each other.
And they did. And here we are. And so this kind of takes me to what Elizabeth Warren is saying. Netflix got almost $3 billion from Paramount because they're killing the Warner Brothers deal. And this is one of the rare times I actually agree with her. But she's like, instead of taking that and trying to keep the prices down, they're going to turn around and raise prices on millions of customers.
Here's the thing, what I'm thinking they already had this in play because they were going to use it to offset the cost of buying Paramount.
Yeah.
So because they're never going to pay it out of the investors' pockets, they're going to turn around and make you pay more. So I think they were already going to do this anyway, because they're going to use the excuse of you're buying Paramount and you're going to get more all this stuff because we're buying it. And instead of just axing it, since they already had it in play, they just went ahead and put it through anyway.
Well, yeah, because
that's what I think's going on.
And that's the thing. They're basically turning up the temperature degree by degree. Oh, $1 here, $1 there, $1.50 here. It's not like today. I did a video earlier today talking about PlayStation. Did I tell you how much the PlayStation 5 is going up?
$150?
Yeah, $100 for I think the standard, and it's like $150 for the Pro. Like boom, overnight. Starting in April.
Not in April, so you have time. So if you're really thinking about getting the PlayStation 5, guys, if you were thinking about getting one, I think I'd get it now because you're talking like a significant savings of $100 to $150. I mean, if someone gets a really good used one, for even less, grab it.
Yeah, and I think we bought ours when it first came out, and it was like, what, $3.99 or $4.99?
I remember I did get it when it came out, and you're like, oh, don't bother, because you're not going to be able to get one anyway. And I know, and you said that they'll be out pretty soon after. It took like 2 years to be able to get them.
Well, it's only been...
I scored right
Yeah,
away.
she did. She did. But to be fair, the PlayStation 5... very much like the Switch 2, where it took a couple of years for games worth buying before it came out. But let's talk about this, because everybody was cutting the cord, right? Everybody's like, oh, we'll just cancel. I remember when Netflix, like the regular Netflix was like $8 a month or $10 a month, or they had Netflix originally. When we started Netflix, it was, of course, the mail in the DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had, okay, well, now we're going to give you some free online content. Then they're like, okay, well, now you have to buy the higher priced tier, whatever, where you have like 2 or 3 discs at a time. But then we're also going to give you all this digital content. It was like leftover shit. I mean, for anybody who remembers Netflix when it first started giving you the online content, it was like bargain bin shit.
I remember Netflix when it first started. I remember Amazon when it first started.
Yeah.
I remember eBay when it first started, and it's so different than now.
Netflix, the first like smart TV we bought actually had Netflix built right in, and we thought it was magic. It's like, oh my God.
We didn't think it was magic, but we thought it was pretty cool.
And that's all the kids watched in the morning is like Netflix and YouTube.
Oh. And then our first smart TV we got was funny because Sam's Club, they had it on clearance. Like they were super expensive when they came out.
Oh, that was the flat. Yeah, the flat screen. We had a flat screen before we got smart TV.
Oh, that was a flat screen. Never mind then. But we got it like dirt cheap because some idiot didn't know to turn a switch or something.
$100. It was a $3,000 TV.
And then it was something simple. They just didn't put it on the right thing or something. It was something dumb anyway. But yeah, it's ridiculous. The prices are getting ridiculous. And with the economy being the way it is and people not being able to afford, food and everything else. Now it's so bad that the USPS is going to start charging an 8% surcharge temporarily. Wink, wink.
Oh, bullshit.
My ass.
It's not good. No,
offset gas prices. That's how bad it is. So your bright idea is, I was gonna mention Tubi. Your bright idea is to fucking fleece the consumers more because now the investors, they feel a little more secure. I don't really fucking care how much you're rich. I mean, I have Netflix stock, so I'm going to benefit a little bit, but I don't care how secure your rich fucking investors feel.
Yeah, we'll go out to Tubi here real quick, and then we'll talk about the investors. So Tubi, after the price hike was announced, it said raising my price from free to free.
We've been telling you. Hey, I want to go on record as saying Kneon has been singing praise the Tubi since all this stuff since they got hold of it, the Murdoch took a hold of it and everything else, and you're like they were smart. They used Disney's money to buy a company that was already set up cheaper, and it's gonna kick ass. And it'd be funny if they beat Disney, and they're trying to. And you've always been like, go try Tubi.
Yeah, what is so weird though is it feels like there's actually going to have to be another round of cord cutting, because where I was going with the smart TV was we got to a place. Well, it's okay. We got to a place where the kids were watching the smart TV almost exclusively, and we're like, why are we paying for
almost exclusively?
Why are we paying for DirecTV? Like there literally was like 1 or 2 channels. It was like they watched the Hub back in the day when they were little, and then I watched Doctor Who, but I'm like, you know what? It's cheaper to cancel DirecTV.
Well, it was too expensive. We couldn't afford it. Like,
it got to like $120 or something a month. It was insane.
We really couldn't justify it because everything was going up then. This was back like when they had the first financial issue. Like,
yes,
it wasn't the first, but like the one in like recent times. And we're like, we can't afford this because everything's going up and no one's pay is going up and jobs are not doing great. And so we cut the cord and we did it then. And I think we're hitting a place where, even though we can afford these things, I'm ready to cut the cord again because I'm just like, I'm so tired of paying you more money. Honestly, if everybody would just like turn their Netflix off for a month or two, I think that would bring the prices down real effing quick, in my opinion. But,
starve them. I think that's the thing. I think people are so used to just paying it every month and they count on it, just like America Online. That's why everybody wants to lock you into a subscription. I mean, people pay for Netflix and watch. I can't remember the last time I watched Netflix. You watch One Piece, but I don't even watch. Like, I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch Hulu.
I watch K-drama on Netflix sometimes.
The only TV, and I don't watch a ton of TV, but if I'm watching TV, it's usually one of the free. Like the free TV or the Roku or
I'm watching
Tubi.
Whatever. I watch the K-dramas and at night that I put on like the paranormal shows.
Yeah, and that's like TV, but that's actually like free for now.
It's on the free ones. Yeah. Well, even Roku has a paid version now. It has movies and stuff, but it's not that much. And the thing is, I think they're all going to switch over to paid versions at some point. And You get commercials with some of these things.
Well, so
and
what? We've had commercials for years.
Yes. I mean, I'd rather have the commercials and the prices kept low. The problem becomes when they take the fact that you're paying for the lower tier because you want you'll take the commercials, and they shove in like 10 minutes worth of commercials, which literally they have done on Hulu before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the kicker is we're ad free. We're paying for ad free, and we still get the 10 minutes of commercials.
Yeah. So you pause it, they'll actually rewind it. Like if you try to skip past the commercial break, they'll rewind it a minute or two to make sure you hit that break again. Yeah, maximum revenue. That's the thing. We're all a bunch of fucking pay pigs. That's and we got to get to a place where we're just tired of it. And I was talking about that again in relation to the PlayStation, where they're starting to accuse consumers who are not replacing their phones and their tech every 2 or 3 years as being technology hoarders or device hoarders. Like they're trying to make it a negative thing that people try to use what they have. I'm like, back in the day, that was normal. You bought a TV, you had that TV for like 10, 20 years. It was an investment. Same with the fridge.
They had repair companies. People did that was their job to repair them because they were meant to last you for a long time.
But now everything is a fucking subscription. Even your television, your appliances are subscriptions.
You have to opt out of having commercials run your TV. And TV back in the day, how it was supported was the studios, put money in, but they'd get advertisers to pay for it. And the advertisers were hoping you'd buy their products. The end. That's what most of these channels until they started with the paid TV. And that worked out well for everyone. And then even when you got to paid, you paid for TV, but you'd have to have commercials. But now because they're so fucking greedy, you're supposed to pay them to watch the TV, but still have to have the paid commercials they get paid for by the advertisers. And they make you sit through god-awful amounts of them because they're double, triple dipping. And then because it's all about record profits for investors. And I'll tell you what, the biggest single most bullshit thing that happened in our country was the fact that everything has become corporate and it's investor heavy. Like utility companies, it used to be, privately owned or state owned or whatever, and things got fucking fixed. Now they don't because record profits. Like everything's owned by conglomerates and companies. The healthcare, oh my gosh, healthcare shit now. You get charged for like everything, and it's been for a while, but since it's been more of a corporate overlord thing, it's gotten 100 times worse. But hey, we got brand new stadiums named after insurance companies.
Well, yeah, and that's a subscription. Everything has become a subscription because they want money every month. They want money every quarter they can count on. They don't want you to just buy something once. And again, this is different because it's kind of almost like a utility, but still, like everything has become a subscription. They make it hard to cancel. We know the whole drill here. But the reason that Wall Street's happy now is, hey, we're jacking up our rates. This comes from Deadline. Netflix price hikes cheered by Wall Street analysts, a welcome relief for investors. Relief for investors. Oh, thank God. Netflix is going to fuck people over even harder so we get paid.
It's relief for investors. Never mind, people can't afford food and costs are already out of control for them. And you just got a whole bunch of money handed to you for nothing. But you're going to start charging them more. I mean, the people that are more, but it's okay because those poor rich investors need a break.
Yeah, so they're kind of relieved they're not buying Warner Brothers, but this is an equity analyst for Morningstar said he didn't expect the next round of increases to come before the fall. The management team, he noted, factored price hikes into its 2026 revenue outlook, but we suspect the subsequent disintegration of Warner Brothers, the acquisition altered the timing.
It didn't alter the timing. This is called they were gonna charge you more to pay for their deal. That's what they always do. They want this shiny new thing, and they're gonna use that. Well, you're getting more because we're gonna get this content, so we're gonna be able to offer you more. And in that case, you could make that argument. Okay, we're gonna get more for this. That makes sense. I think that's what was going on. I think that was in play, and they were going to do it, and then the deal fell through, and instead of being like, well, we'll hold off on this for a few months or whatever, because we just got the other big amount of money, it looked bad. No, we already have it going. Might as well push it through anyway.
They said the decision to be aggressive and raise prices entails some risk. They said more people trade down to the ad tier. That could bring other headaches. A larger ad-supported base bolsters advertising sales opportunities, but those must also make up the $11 per subscriber per month headwind.
They make more money off of the advertisers.
They do.
That's why they do this. And why do you think Disney does it? They keep pushing people to go to the ad. They're trying to say that they're losing money. They're not losing money. They're pushing you to the ad-supported tiers because they want you there so they say we have more subscribers that you can shill to, and then they can charge the advertisers more money. They are not coming up short. They wouldn't have record profits if they were.
Yeah,
That's
so
stupid.
this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. They called it Netflix price hike reveals streaming's next phase, pushing consumers away from ad-free options. Again, they're like, well, they need to make up that $11, and bitch, they're probably gonna make like 3 times as much money off of each person by shoving ads in front of them. Especially if their kids are like watching TV all day. And that's why cable died, because all the ad revenue went away from cable because people weren't watching it as much, and they started pushing it to YouTube and whatever. And that's what they want to be. They all want to be YouTube, right? But they said, yeah.
I think this is going to mean more people are going to go watch YouTube. Is what's going to happen.
Probably.
Because a lot of this stuff you still can see on YouTube.
Well, Ted Sarandos was saying that Netflix and YouTube are not the same thing, because a lot of people are making comparisons that YouTube wants to be Netflix, and they're like, no, we're not the same. It's like, no, you basically are, and that's a YouTube thing. YouTube wants to be TV, so it's basically.
I don't think they are the same in the fact that I think YouTube offers far more, because YouTube has all the creator space, and you can get like live TV and all that stuff over there if you want to buy movies and things. Netflix is different in the fact that they offer just Hollywood shit, and as we know,
they're putting podcasts on Netflix.
Yeah, they're just starting to do
Hollywood
that. But
podcast.
Yeah, that's just it. It's more of the same shit. No one wants that. No, I don't think. I think YouTube, the CEO of YouTube, is so blinded by the fact he wants Hollywood to suck his dick that he keeps forgetting the fact that they are the reason they're doing so well, and what sets them apart from everybody else is they have something the other people don't have but desperately want. And instead of leaning into what makes them different and what puts them ahead, they're gonna blow the whole damn thing up chasing these idiots in Hollywood. But it's like, it's just dumb. I mean, yeah, you can downgrade. I think in general, they need to even if it's just for a couple months, mass cancel Netflix, because this is ridiculous. I was actually sitting here thinking, I don't know, maybe we should just start canceling a whole bunch of these, honestly.
I'm sitting here like, how many of these do I actually watch? Not very many. Or at least downgrade. So yeah, they're saying right out of the gate, Hollywood Reporter, every month streaming gets a bit closer to good old-fashioned paid TV. Now, seemingly every service pairs its scripted entertainment with lowbrow reality fare and live sports. And increasingly, the monthly price for those services are making the glory days of pay TV seem that much more appealing.
Well, yeah, because what's going on, and Disney's gotten sued for this, is one example with you automatically have to take like those sports channels and everything else with it. So what they're doing is they're making you pay for that. For them to have the access, even if you don't watch it, you still have to pay for it. And that's why and then because they keep demanding higher rates for that, it raises the price on everyone, even if it's like most people aren't even going to watch it.
They said streaming platforms want to give users the option to avoid most ads, but advertising has increasingly become the big game. When Netflix introduced its ad tier 3.5 years ago, the standard plan was $15.49 a month, and the ad tier was $6.99. Now the standard plan is $4.50 more expensive, and the ad tier is $2 more. In other words, over time, the ad tier has become a better value.
27. Wait, but if the ad-free tier, that means it's gone up like $13.
Yeah, it's like $25 a month now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's more than that, because they said if with the ad-free, it was like what, $27.99 now or something like that. It was what they're raising it to. So you're talking, it's up like it's up like $12 or so.
Yeah, that might be for the multiple screen version. They have like a version at like 20 or 21, but that's like the good one. The one that used to be the default Netflix is like 25, 20.
It's I can tell you right now, it's the new pricing plan has jumped up to it's $27 a month.
God, that's insane.
That's for the premium one. And if you want to add members, you have to pay on top of that. That doesn't count with that. You have to pay to add members now.
So they said if a consumer wants Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Peacock, they can pay $75 for the ad-free tiers or only $40 for the ad-supported tiers. And they said publicly, executives at Netflix, HBO, and other platforms say they try to price their services on parity, meaning they will make the same whether a customer chooses the ad-supported.
That's bullshit.
Well, that's what they're saying. Ad-supported or ad-free, but advertising execs say that thanks to enhanced targeting capabilities, new ad products, ad tiers have quietly become more lucrative than the ad-free counterparts.
Have been telling you this
Yep.
for a long time. Like everybody's like, Disney lost in the Charter Spectrum deal. They got their asses kicked. I'm like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't, because Charter Spectrum's putting everybody on the ad-supported tier, which they're having to pay a base wholesale price for to Disney, and Disney's more than making up the money that they're going to rake in advertising. And that's what I've been telling people And oh no, some people who think that they know everything about Disney are like, that's not true. I know everything. Fuck you. You don't. There's a reason why we don't associate with certain people anymore.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, they're basically saying they actually do make more money, and they said that streaming CPMs are way better than broadcast television CPMs right now, and that's where all the money is going. But it's also where I think a lot of the YouTube, or what would have been YouTube money, is going into a lot of these streaming platforms now. So it's kind of splitting the.
But that's why I'm saying, like YouTube, what they were smart, what they need to do, because they're already beating these companies. They're beating them already on TV watch time. They could, but what they need to do is they need to lean into what makes them, keep everything, going on the other end, but lean into what makes you different. And they're not doing that. They're actually doing the opposite, trying to chase Hollywood. And I think that's, because you're seeing it. Disney's catching up, but that's because Disney owns like everything now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's insane. And it's gonna get worse once all these, sites combine, like when Disney and Hulu officially combine, and
they already did.
Oh, they did. When they get rid of the Hulu part, and it's just like, you're gonna pay through the nose.
That's what's going on. When Disney's there, you're getting Disney, Hulu, ESPN. And some of those things, too, that Disney's showing up for, they were offering bundles where they were combining other services with them. And they might be counting those in there, too, because it's like what Disney offers. And people might subscribe. I forget what they had. Like, they had a deal with Warner Brothers and deal with this and deal with that. So that might be counting towards Disney if you're doing the bundle through them, even if it's not all their streaming stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But, once Warner and Paramount merge, that's going to, they're going to jack the prices up on that.
Roku's creeping up on people.
It is. They're going to start. They do have a paid version of Roku. They actually have. I think they own Friendly too, which is live TV, but it's only like family friendly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think
it's inexpensive too.
It's like $5 or $7 a month. It's not very much. We pay for that because they've got. That's actually what we watch most of the time is like the ghost shows and the.
Is that where we're getting it at?
It's coming from. Yeah, but it's on. It's got like Hallmark and like MeTV and MeTV Tunes.
I'm sorry. All I keep thinking of when Netflix got too expensive. I didn't get mad. I got Friendly. That's a commercial they run.
Oh yeah. I
didn't get mad when they did this. I got Friendly, and it's like so. Yeah, when Netflix got too fucking expensive, I didn't get mad. I just kicked them to the curb and got Friendly.
I never really sat down to figure out what we're paying for streaming
now.
We're
gonna have to because I think
it's probably $150 to $200 a month.
I'm like, at this point, I think we're going to have to see what the kids watch and then get rid of some of this shit because I'm tired of it. Or
it's like you watch TikTok. You don't even watch any of this shit. You watch TikTok and you watch old movies on like Fandango or something. That's
I'm just like, I mean, the ones I watch the most, I'll probably just keep it as is. But the other ones, since they don't watch it very much, either get rid of it or just downgrade it to ad supported because, you know what? It's not worth it, or just get rid of it completely. But yeah, I love that Tubi trolled Netflix. It was beautiful.
Oh, they do all the time. It's great. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think we're basically right back to cable all over again. So
they want it's rich wanting you to all be pay pigs to keep boosting their wallets, and I'm just like,
stop it. I can't believe that they'll probably be like they'll start calling it the unstreamed or they'll come up with some derogatory comment. Well, for all those unstreamed people in the flyover states, just like they're calling people who don't upgrade their phones every year device hoarders. Like what the fuck?
Not hoarding devices. It's because that don't make them so damn fucking expensive.
I know, right? Like isn't that ridiculous?
It's like buying one. Like on us, we have to buy like 4.
I know, right?
It's like, and you're still limping along on the one that I keep trying to get.
12. Yeah, I've got an iPhone 12. I told people
it works. Buy another one.
It works though.
Won't.
It works. I drive a 10-year.
Buy him one here in a few, just because I'm tired of him. Like,
it works, but
now
I drive a 10-year-old Toyota too. It's paid for, and it works.
You also
it runs.
love it because that's like you love that.
I love that car, but it's you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't need to have the newest, shiniest thing, and they're getting angry. They actually get angry at you if you don't buy.
And garage sales, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because why pay more if you don't have to?
And that's the same with the video games. I'm going to do a video.
More toy money.
I know, right? I'm going to do a video later, I think, on the impending video game crash. But I'm like, they're counting on people just buying new shit all the time. And I think that era is over. I think people are like, you know what? I don't need to buy new shit all the time. I don't need to have all this stuff.
People that are so all about the environment, they get so upset about, this is destroying the environment and that's destroying the environment, whatever. They're also the ones that have to have the newest model of phone and everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, who do you think is destroying the environment? You know what I mean? Who's throwing stuff away? Don't even try. Like, I try to fix stuff. You know, if I can fix it, great. If I can't fix it, you know, if I can't repurpose it, then I'll get rid of it. But
Yeah.
like, you know, you guys are just out there just flushing it, throwing it out, buying new stuff. I see people putting on these videos, putting stuff at the curb, and I'm like, but that stuff's completely fine.
Yeah.
You know, you could have found somebody who you might have been offered offer it for free, and they could have come and taken it, and it would have been used or repurposed and sold. And instead, you're throwing it in a landfill. And it's just like, and so the people that scream the most about the environment, I've noticed some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are like some of the worst ones out there for throwing shit away.
They scream about workers' rights, but then they keep buying phones made by child labor in China, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
You know?
it's like, come on. You know, it's like, so I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up, but I think these corporations pretty soon are going to be in for a very rude awakening if the economy takes a massive downturn. People are going to cut stuff like Netflix a lot quicker, and they're making it easier to cut them. I'm sorry, $20 to $25 a month for, you know, a handful of good shows maybe, and people will subscribe for like a month, watch a show, and then cancel again.
Well, that's what people do too. They're like, I don't need it. I'll just wait, and then until they have a bunch of things I want to watch, I'll just subscribe for like a couple months, watch it all, and then cancel again. And then I'm paying like $50 in that whole year to watch all these shows I want to watch, but I'm not watching it. You know, I'm not paying
Right.
know $300 a year to watch it.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.